Hello everyone, this is Payal Vaja. Welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, we will discuss about introduction of staining. So let's get started. These are the list of contents we will discuss in this video. First of all, introduction to stain. So what is stain? Next one is why we should be stain bacteria. So what is the reason of stain the bacteria? Introduction to staining. What is staining? Staining, which is help in observation of bacteria. Staining techniques. First one is in vivo versus in vitro. Next one is in vitro method. Fixation method. What is dyes? Types of dyes. And last one is what is types of stains. First one, introduction to stain. So, stain is a substance that adhere to a cell, giving the cell color. And the presence of color gives the cell significant contrast, so are much more visible. So, what is stain or what is the role of stain? Stain, it is a one type of substance that that stick to the cell and giving the cell color. Presence of color gives the cell significant contrast. Due to that reason, cells are much more visible. So what is the role of stain? Stain stick with the cell and give the cell color. Different stain have different affinities for different organisms or different parts of organism. So different stains have a different affinities for different organisms as well as different parts of organisms. They are used to differentiate different types of organism or to view specific parts of organism. So what is the role of stain? So stains that are particularly used to differentiate different types of organism as well as to differentiate or to view specific parts of any organisms. Why we should be stain the bacteria? So what is the purpose of stain? Bacteria have nearly the same refractive index as water. First of all, what is refractive index? Refractive index, it is the ratio of velocity of light in a vacuum to its velocity in a specified medium that are called as refractive index. So bacteria have nearly same refractive index as water. Therefore, when they are observed under a microscope, they are opaque or nearly invisible to the naked eye. That means bacteria have the same refractive index as water. So bacteria and water have almost same refractive index. Due to that reason, when bacteria are observed under a microscope, they are opaque or they are not visible with the help of naked eye. Different types of staining methods are used to make the cells and their internal structures more visible under light microscope. So different type of staining methods are used. Why? To make the cells and its internal structure more visible with the help of light microscope. What is light microscope? We already discussed in last lecture. Introduction to staining. What is staining? Stains may be used to define and examine bulk tissue. Which type of bulk tissue? Like highlighting, for example, muscle fiber or connective tissue, cell populations, like classifying different blood cells or organelles within an individual's cells. So stains may be used to define as well as examines various tissues, cell populations as well as individual cells. So which type of bulk tissues are seen by staining method? Example, muscle fiber or connective tissue as well as cell population are also examined by staining method. Example, different blood cell, and last one is organelles within individual cells. Staining. Staining is not limited to biological materials. It can also be used to study the morphology of other materials. For example, the lamellar structure of semicrystalline polymer or domain structure of block polymers, block copolymers. That means staining is not limited to only view the biological materials, but it is also used to study morphology of other materials. Which type of materials? Example, lamellar structure of semicrystalline polymer as well as domain structure of block copolymer. What is copolymer? Copolymer, there is a one type of polymer that is made by reaction of two different monomers with units of more than one kind that are called as copolymer. Again, I repeat, what is copolymer? That is a one type of polymer that is made by reaction of two different monomers with units of more than one kind that are called as copolymer. Copolymer is a polymer that is derived from more than one species of monomers. So what is the example of copolymers? Commercial copolymers, which include acrylonitrile, butadiene, styrene, that are called as ABS. Next one is styrene or butadiene copolymer that are called as SBR. All are the example of copolymer. So staining that are not only used for biological materials, but it is also used to study morphology of other materials. Example, lamellar structure of semicrystalline polymer or domain structure of block copolymers. Staining helps in observation of bacteria. How staining helps for observation? Microscopes are of little use unless the specimen for viewing are prepared properly. Microorganisms must be fixed and stained to increase visibility, accentuate specific morphological features, and preserve them for future use. So, what is the role of staining, particularly in observation of bacteria? So, microscope that have a little use unless specimen for viewing are prepared properly. So, microorganism must be fixed and stained to increase visibility, accentuate specific morphological features, and preserve them for future use. So, microorganisms are viewed properly by spatial fixation. After fixation, stained to increase its visibility and make more noticeable or prominent morphological features and preserve them for its future use. Staining techniques. Staining is an auxiliary technique used in microscopy to enhance contrast in the microscopic image. So staining, that is a one type of auxiliary technique that is used in microscopy to enhance contrast in microscopic image. Stains and dyes are frequently used in biology and medicine to highlight structures in biological tissues for viewing, often with the aid of different microscopes. So stain and dyes. What is the role of stain as well as dyes? So stains and dyes are frequently used in biology and medicine to highlight. Why stain and dyes are used in biology and medicine? To highlight structure in biological tissues for viewing purpose, often with aid of or help of different microscopes. That is the figure of staining technique. Stains are applied on glass slide which contain bacterial species. In vivo versus in vitro method. First one is in vivo method. In vivo staining is the process of dyeing living tissues. In vivo means in life, compare with in vitro staining. So in vivo method or in vivo staining, it is the process of dyeing a living tissue compared to in vitro staining. So in vivo method that is particularly used, in vivo staining method is particularly used for dyeing of living tissues by causing certain cells or structures to take on contrasting colors, their form, morphology, or position within a cell or tissue can be readily seen and studied. So, by causing certain cells or structure to take on contrast colors, their morphology or position within a cell or tissue, they can be readily seen and studied. What is in vitro staining? In vitro staining involve coloring cells or structures that are no longer living. So what is the difference between in vivo and in vitro? In vivo method that are particularly used, or that is the one type of process for dyeing living tissue, while in vitro method which involve coloring cells or structures that are no longer living. Certain stains are often combined to reveal more details and features than a single stain alone. So, certain stains are combined. What is the advantage of combined stain? So, combined stains reveal more details and features compared to single stain alone. A counter stain. It is a stain that makes cells or structures more visible when not completely visible with principal stain. So What is the role of counter stain? Counter stain, it is the stain that makes cells or structures more visible when not completely visible under principal stain. So counter stain is used when other stains are not properly work to view cell structure visible properly. For example, crystal violet stains only gram-positive bacteria in gram staining. So what is the role of crystal violet stains? Crystal violet, by using crystal violet stains, only gram-positive bacteria is visible by performing gram staining technique. We will discuss what is gram staining technique in next lectures. In vitro method, the preparatory steps involved depend on the types of analysis planned. So fixation of sample, process by which internal and external structures are preserved and fixed in a position. So what is the preparatory steps that are involved depend on types of analysis. So first step is fixation of microorganism or bacterial sample. In first step, process by which internal or external structure are preserved and fixed in a position. So by fixation method, internal structure of organism as well as external structure of organism are preserved and fixed in a position. Process by which organism is killed and firmly attached to microscope slide. So by fixation method, organism is killed and that is firmly attached to glass slide. What is the aim of fixation method? Fixation is done with the help of flame, passing the slide over the flame. Fixation, which may itself consist of several steps, aims to preserve the shape of the cells or tissue involved as much as possible. So fixation, which may itself consist of several steps, aims to preserve the shape of cell or tissue involved as much as possible. So what is the role of fixation? So aim of fixation method to preserve shape of cell as well as tissue that are involved as much as possible. So maintain the shape of cell or tissue. Sometimes heat fixation is used to kill, adhere and alter the specimen so it will accept stains. Various type of fixation is occur. Sometimes heat fixation is used. Why heat fixation is used? Heat fixation is used to kill, adhere and alter or change the specimen so it will accept stains. That is the figure of fixation method by using heat staining, heat fixation, smear out of sample. So sample is smear out after heat fixation. So in this slide, after heat fixation, Smear of sample is put on the glass slide. Heat fixing. Preserve overall morphology but not internal structure. So by heat fixation method, which preserve overall morphology of organism, but limitation is, but it doesn't preserve internal structure of organism. Next one is chemical fixing. Protect fine cellular substructures and morphology of larger, more delicate organisms. So, in chemical fixing, which protect fine cellular structure and morphology of larger as well as more delicate microorganisms. Most chemical fixative which generate chemical bond between proteins and other substances within the sample, increasing their rigidity. So, in chemical fixing method, most chemical fixatives. What is chemical fixative? Any type of chemicals which causing fixation that are called as chemical fixatives. So, chemical fixatives generate chemical bonds between protein and other substances within the sample and increase their rigidity. What is the example of chemical fixative which causes fixation? Example is formaldehyde, ethanol, methanol, picric acid, etc. All are the example of chemical fixatives. So what is the difference between heat fixing as well as chemical fixing? So heat fixing which preserve overall morphology but not internal structures, while chemical fixing protect fine cellular structure as well as morphology of larger and more delicate organisms. By heat fixing, heat is applied on glass slide. So glass slide is passed over the flame until heat fixation is done. And how chemical fixation is occur? Chemical fixation is occur by formation of bond between protein as well as other substances. Permeabilization involves treatment of cells with a mild surfactant. This treatment will dissolve the cell membranes and allow larger dye molecules access to the cell's interior. So, permeability is increased. How permeability is increased? Permeabilization, which involve treatment of cell with a mild surfactant. So, by adding surfactant in a cell, permeability is increased. This treatment will dissolve the cell membrane. So, by adding mild concentration of surfactant in the cell, which dissolve cell membrane, and after dissolving cell membrane, they allow larger dye molecule to access cells interiors. What is dyes? Dyes which make internal and external structure of cell more visible by increasing contrast with background. So what is the role of dye? Dye which make internal and external structure of cells more visible. How it is possible? By increasing contrast with background. Dyes have two common features. First one is chromophore groups and next one is ability to bind with cells. So in chromophore groups, chemical group with conjugated double bonds gives dye its color, and next one is ability to bind a cell. So what is the role of dyes? Dyes which make internal as well as external structure of cells more visible by increasing contrast with its background, and dyes have two common features. First one is chromophore groups and next one is ability to bind with cell. So in chromophore groups, chemical groups with conjugated double bonds give dye to its colors. Next one is dye have ability to bind with cells. Types of dyes. Mainly three types of dyes is available. First one is acidic dyes, next one is basic dyes, and last one is neutral dyes. So in acidic dyes, anionic and stain the cytoplasmic component of cells which are more alkaline in nature. Example, picric acid as well as eosin. So what is acidic dye? Anionic and the stains the cytoplasmic component of cell which are more alkaline in nature. Example is picric acid and eosin both are acidic dye. Next one is what is basic dye? Cationic, that means positive charge, and anionic, that means negative charge. So cationic, that means positive charge that are combined with those cellular elements which are acidic in nature. So basic dye that is cationic, so that is positive charge, as well as they combine with those cellular elements that are acidic in nature. Example, basic dye, they are combined with nucleic acid, they are acidic in nature. So what is the example of basic dyes? Methylene blue as well as crystal violet. So what is the difference between acidic dyes and basic dyes? So acidic dye that are negatively charged and stained the cytoplasmic component of cell, they are more alkaline in nature. So acidic dye, they are negative charge, they have a negative charge and they are combined with cytoplasmic component of cell, they are more alkaline in nature. So acidic dye combined with basic component of cell. Example of acidic dyes is picric acid and eosin, while basic dye they are cationic in nature. So that have a positive charge and that is combined with cellular element, they are acidic in nature. Example, basic dye combined with nucleic acid that are acidic in nature. Example of basic dye is methylene blue and crystal violet. Last one is neutral dyes that are formed by mixing together aqueous solution of certain acidic and basic dyes. So what is neutral dye? So that is formed by mixing together aqueous solution of certain acidic as well as basic dyes. Types of stains. First one is direct or general stains. Next one is indirect stains. Next one is selective stains. And last one is differential stains. So we will discuss turn by turn. First one is what is direct stain or general stain? So direct or general stain, these stains are able to stain the bacteria directly with exceptions of bacterial spore and bacteria with waxy coating on their cell wall. So what is direct or general stain? So this type of stains that are able to stain the bacteria directly with exception of bacterial spores. So this type of stain stains the bacteria directly as well as bacteria with waxy coating on their cell wall. Example is Mycobacterium species. An example of bacterial spore is Bacillus species. Next one is indirect stains. These stains stain only the background. So indirect stains stain only the background. Example of indirect stains is nigrosin or indica ink. Next one is selective stains. What is selective stains? These stains are used to stain particular parts of the organism like spores, flagella, nuclei, etc. So selective stains are used to stain particular parts of organism. According to their name, this type of stain are particularly used to stain selective parts of organism like spores, flagella, nuclei, etc. Last one is differential stain. What is differential stain? These stains differentiate two groups of bacteria in a mixture. Example, gram positive and gram negative. So, in differential stains, this type of stains differentiate two groups of bacteria in a mixture. So, this stain differentiate gram positive as well as gram negative species. For any query or doubts related to this topic, please write your questions in comment box. Thank you.